Hi, this is John from Vanrentals.ie, and I just wanted to give you a quick run through on just some very common questions we get about car licenses and what people can drive with one. Now, basically, most of our vehicles can be driven on a car license, and if they can't be, it will be explicitly stated on the page. For example, small vans, large vans, premium large, large high roofs, premium high roofs, Jeeps and any of the light trucks can be driven on your normal Category B car license. Now the Category B car license enables a holder to drive a vehicle up to 3.5 ton gross. Now it doesn't mean that you can carry 3.5 ton. What it means is that basically the combined body, vehicle and payload can't exceed 3.5 ton. So as a result, the likes of, let's say, a large high roof van and a light truck would actually have the same payload, despite the fact that there's probably a factor of 2 in the difference in volume between the two vehicles. Now you can always tell by opening up your license and having a look at it. You will see what categories you actually have. The standard car license is Category B. Okay, and when you go past that, you go into C1, which will cover you up to 7.5 ton gross, which would be, let's say, the large box hire truck. Certain countries, when they issue licenses, they give the C1 as standard. This is the case with a lot of UK licenses, so people may well have the C1. We wouldn't recommend you driving one though if you've never driven one before. They're quite a large unit. So that's pretty much how you can tell. Just one other thing on the licenses would be in relation to, we get a lot of calls on tow bars and you know, people wanting to rent vans and trucks which have tow bars. Now we do them on contract basis, we do not do them for day hire customers, and the reason is quite simple. A couple of years ago the licenses changed and you require what's known as a B+E license to operate a commercial with a trailer. Well, not all trailers, but any trailer that's 750 kilos or more on the actual payload end, which is most trailers. So that's why we don't have them, and basically it's solely down to the fact that most people, even people who are actually operating them, don't have licenses for them. So that's pretty much that. On your actual car license, you will find what your limiting factor will be is payload. So for example, if you need to pick up 3 ton of tile, you know, let's say with a little flatbed truck or something, you're not going to do it on a standard Category B car license. You're just not, it's not possible. You need to have a C1 and get the correct vehicle which has the legal payload to actually do it. That said, you will find the payloads of all our vehicles listed on the vehicle description. So for example, if we went into, let's say, a premium large van and we go into the category description, we will see the actual payload listed in the additional details. So we can see there's a 1 ton capacity in that vehicle. The high roofs and the premium high roofs actually have the same payload. They don't carry any more in terms of weight, and they carry about 25% extra in terms of volume. If we went into, let's say a light dropside truck, so this is a Category B, the car license actual truck, and we can see our payload is 1.3 ton. Now this vehicle would have a gross vehicle weight of 3.5 ton and would weigh, let's say, on the scales in and around about 2.2 ton. So that basically means that when you take the 2.2 from 3.5, you're left with 1.3. So that's your legal actual payload that you can carry. Quite often we will get calls like from people and they need to carry, let's say, 3 to 4 ton. Now physically you'll easily fit 3 or 4 tons of brick or tiles into a vehicle like this, but both the gross vehicle weight and your B license will not cover it. Okay, that's pretty much it. I hope this has been of use. Thanks a lot.